Alright gang, welcome back to our Broke to Billionaire Challenge on Ohio Richlands. It's now May. You join me as I'm actively in the process of giving the field that we worked on in the last episode the second application of fertilizer. Having said that, I'm noticing how little fertilizer is in here. I should have filled this up before I came over here. But either way, we'll have to fill it up, I guess, as we carry on here. But this will likely be the very last episode of this series on a Saturday. As I have mentioned before, and I'm going to mention it one quick time here. I've teased it a lot, at least recently. There is a new mini-series I'm going to have coming out once a week. It will take the place of the Saturday episode that's been lately happening with the Broke to Billionaire Challenge. But now, moving forward, after this episode, Broke to Billionaire Challenge will be twice a week. It'll be on Sundays, and it'll also be on Wednesdays. The new series is going to be pretty fun, I think. It's definitely going to be a real challenge. It's going to... we may fail that one, too. It's going to be a real challenge to see if we're able to accomplish this new series that we're going to run or not. But in any case, we'll find out, I guess, right? But how's everybody doing today? Hopefully you're all doing well. You may have noticed I have recently updated, changed the logo for the channel. Trying to do something where I kind of incorporate a little bit of both of my channels that I'm running together to an extent. So I'm trying something new. We'll see how it goes. If it ends up being something that, you know, everybody hates, then I can always go back to the other one. It's not like I got rid of it. I still have everything. I just would have to realign everything to use the old one. But I like it. I think it fits. Incorporates a little bit of both. I like it. Hopefully you do too. Also got a new intro video as well. Trying to update that to go along with it. I like it. I think it goes a little bit better than what we had before. Not that what we had before was bad. It was good, but it was more just like a mountain range with a train, and this one's more, you know, actual farming. So we'll see. We'll see how things go and how everybody reacts, and if they even care. Maybe you don't care at all, and that's fine too. I really like the way that my new logo looks, and we're gonna roll with it. At least for a while. Now, today, we have to harvest that field right over there. You can kind of see it in the distance, even though it's not really showing very well. So this field right here, which is, I think, soybeans. Yep, soybeans are ready to harvest, so we've got to get those going. But that's the only other thing we have to do today. Everything else is done. So, what we're going to do here quickly is I'm going to go back up one pass right around in here and hit the weird portion of this field. And then I'm going to have the worker do pretty much the rest of the field here. And that way we can start doing the harvesting of the soybeans. Now, the soybeans are probably going to go directly into being flour, soybean flour, right? Because they're not the best time to sell them now anyway. And really, I think the productions are how we're going to succeed, as all of you have agreed and mentioned in the comments. So, we're just going to put those as the soybeans and move on from there. Now, we're currently just under 4.5 million. So we're on our way. We're doing well. Things are going good for us. It's just got to keep going. A matter of us keep going and keep, hopefully, making more money to succeed here by FS22. I was watching some recent video footage from DJ on some of the Farming Simulator 25 stuff. Looks good. Looks fun. I'm glad that there's going to be some kind of course play GPS, basically, for us console players. That's definitely going to help us out tremendously. So, that's a good thing. The used market, I did check that already off camera. There's nothing out here. That wheel loader's still out here, but again, we don't really need it. So, we're not going to be buying anything from the used market today unless something, you know, shows up towards the end of the episode, but I doubt it. We are underway. Now, if we take a look at our productions here, we got a decent amount of honey in there, so I'm not too concerned there. There's plenty of straw and silage in, well, not plenty, but there's straw and silage in here, no problem. Straw manure, not much straw left. We need to get some straw going. So that's why we put that wheat in across the street, right? But we've got to wait a while before that's going to be ready. There's really no solid fertilizer in there. The clothes are still going. We'd probably need to turn some of these productions off from auto-selling, because if you recall, we had them on auto-selling. So we probably need to keep an eye and take a look at those, at least to make sure that we still want them to be on auto-selling, because we want to try to make the most money we can. So the clothes, there's nothing in this one, which I didn't expect to be, because this biogas plant is so much faster. And then we've got the soybean flour, which there's still some soybeans going, actually, so that's good. The canola still has canola oil going as well, so we're okay. We're doing okay there. It's just a matter of us making sure that the stuff we're still auto-selling is still a decent price. If it's around the price, I'm not concerned whatsoever. If it's far away from it, then I am a little concerned. So canola oil doesn't fluctuate that much. It's $1,800 in fluctuation, basically. It is dropping, but I'm okay with it for this month. Still being there. Let's see. I don't know how far down I have to go for the soybean. Soybean flour. Yeah, soybean flour doesn't fluctuate enough that I'm never gonna worry about turning that one off. That one was just always gonna be on, I think, at this point. So clothes is the only other one to check. Let me get this realigned here, and we'll check the clothes. I think the clothes are still going to be fine, because last month I think was the best month to sell them. So we shouldn't really have to worry about that. They should still be good this month, is what I'm trying to say. May not be perfect, but they should still be good. Yeah, they're still golden. They're going to be good really until June, I guess. We need to start keeping an eye on them in June. Yeah. All right, good. So we'll keep everything selling as is for now. We'll carry on. Well, with the rain, got rid of a lot of the dirt last episode, partially, on the New Holland, but clearly it's gotten extremely dirty since then, so maybe at some point we're going to fit a power sprayer or something. Who knows? So yeah, that new series that's coming out, man, it's gonna be fun. So a little bit of a spoiler here, so if you don't want to hear it, skip for about 20 seconds. It's going to be a challenge, a redo of a challenge that we've already done on the channel, so that gives you a little bit more of a hint. And it's going to be in a small facet, and what I mean by that is, or small fashion rather, and what I mean by that is small fields for the most part, small equipment for the most part, and a bit of a smaller goal, I guess, as far as, what we're trying to get to. But all of that will come to fruition a week from now. So make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you check it out here in about a week. Pretty excited about it. I think it's going to be fun. Now, I don't know for sure if I'm going to put any more bees down or not. As you saw, there's still plenty of room for our production back there to accept the bee honey and then turn it into the bee pallets and sell it for us. There's still plenty of room, so maybe we do put some more down, since we do have a little bit of money to play with now. Not that I really want to use the money, but it's not really using the money. I mean, we're going to make money off of it, right? So maybe we put down a few more. I don't know. We'll see. One quick save here. I mean, the honey, see, we're about 5,000, so we have plenty we could get. I just don't want to put too many down, and then it can't handle it, if that makes any sense, right? If we get to a point where it's unable to handle the amount of honey that's incoming, then we're just wasting our money. We have to put down another one of those, or another place to spawn honey, if at a minimum, if nothing else. Missed a push. Missed a portion there. So, what we're going to do here is we're going to get the, kind of square this off as much as we can here. We'll get up here to the end, turn around, and go back down, and then eventually we'll have to put it on a worker at some point, right? Because we're going to need to get the trailer out so we can actually unload this. Oh, I just killed a couple. Dang it. So let's get going here on this. Let's get this field done. It's going to take a while. It's going to take a while to get this field done, and I don't know if we'll do a full time lapse for this field or not, given the size of it. We've done it before. We certainly have. I just don't know for sure if we'll do it today or not. I'm a little bit behind on my videos, so I'm trying to get caught up again, back to where I like to be at, right? With 5 videos prepped-ish, ready to go, at least uploaded or at least edited and ready to go, I should say, if nothing else. So, let's see how we do. Let's see how long this takes. Let's see what the time-lapse is looking like as far as our effort goes on this. And I'll be back with you when the field is done. The other worker should be done, too, with the fertilizing if he isn't already. He might have already been done and I missed the note, but... let's get to it. Alright, that was a pretty long time lapse there, gang, but we got a lot done. Field's about halfway done, I would say. Maybe slightly more than that. And we're already on our way here of re-drilling, part of the field at least. We're putting barley in. Haven't done barley in a while, so let's do some barley. It'll also give us some straw, which is something we desperately need at this point, which originally we had a plethora of straw, and then we put the second BGA down, which was a much faster processing BGA, and we now need it. And if we want to get to that goal of 1 billion, we definitely need it. So, let's continue on here. As best we can. Trying to get this field going. I won't put another time lapse in. We'll just do a little bit of a jump cut here. Because I just did a nice long time lapse, so we don't need to do another one. Back to back like that. Not really the most ideal watching material if I do that, so we're going to carry on here, getting this barley in. We'll carry on getting the field harvested here, and we'll see where we get to. We'll be back with you in a few seconds. Alright, we're nearly done with the harvest here, gang, and we've got a worker taking over from me. I was starting to do the drilling, obviously, as you can tell. Got a decent amount drilled. I also got the sprayer out, ready to go. We haven't started that yet, but we've got it out prepped and ready to go. Just a few more passes here, and we're done with this harvest. Looks like it's empty. I thought there was gonna be more in there. I guess there wasn't. While he's doing the turnaround there and getting all that done, let's go take this and drop it off into the production. I don't necessarily think we're going to need it in there right now, but let's just go ahead and do it. I would assume there's plenty of soybeans in there. Well, I say plenty. There's 39,000. That's a decent amount, but it still says it's in the red, so it could accept a lot more than that. Going to be a bit of a shorter episode today, but that's okay, right? We're getting a lot done here. We really only have the one field to work in today anyway, so now we could buy another field. And I've been asking, you know, for some other ideas and thoughts in the comments, and a lot of you have been providing those, and I appreciate it. A couple of the ideas that kind of came up, we're going to talk through here in just a second, because I think they're pretty decent ideas, but to do it, we have to get some of these fields harvested that we currently own. So, a couple of the ideas, just long story short, I might have talked about them in the previous episode, I don't recall, but I didn't really show it to you. So long story short, if we go to the best I can do for a bird's eye view here, this field's really awkward. We talked about potentially, you know, just selling this field and getting another one. Another idea came up in the comments that maybe we utilize it for productions. I think it's a pretty good idea. We could, you know, kind of square this section of the field off here. That'd be a lot easier. And then the rest of this whole section could just be, you know, productions of some sort, or we could just, you know, make 2 smaller fields, whatever, however we want to do it. But that could certainly work. This field down here, I like it. I like what we had it originally, but I think once we harvest it this time, we're going to sell this field. Really, I want to buy one other field, even though I said I think we're probably done buying fields. If we sell that field, which that's kind of where my mind's at least currently, I'd like to buy one more field. Now, the field I want to buy, I really don't know yet. I was thinking, you know, like 14, 17, 28, 29, whichever way you look at it, or maybe 21 back here, but I haven't really decided that yet, so I got to think about that a little bit more. But that's where my head's at currently on what I think we're going to do and where we're going to go in the future, as far as the fields go for the series. So we kind of running out of room over there for productions, and to do more we have to continue to take away from this field or another field. I don't necessarily want to do that, so with the exception of maybe putting a production or 2 right here, right? Since we already took this portion of the field anyway, might as well just kind of go towards the end here, but we might leave it. I don't know yet. We'll see. That's the only other one I would even consider putting a production down on. So I'm just going to flip around on this side, and we'll get the unload over here on this side. Looks like the drill is going to catch up to us here pretty soon. So I'm glad I started it when I did, because otherwise it definitely would have caught us and we would have been in trouble then. So not a whole lot new in this episode. It's just more of a just doing some more, you know, typical farming stuff, right? Harvesting, re-drilling, spraying, all that stuff. Just our normal day. No, nothing new specifically going to be added in this episode, unless I decide to add a few more beehives, which I might do. But otherwise, nothing really new being added here. And that's probably how it's going to be for a little while, right? Well, we're going to add stuff, you know, the productions and stuff. We're definitely going to add more productions, but it's just going to be going through the ebbs and flows here of doing the normal day-to-day operations of the farm to get ourselves to 1 million, right? I think, I'm not positive here, but I think the grass field will be ready in the next episode, if it's not ready now. Actually, it looks like it is ready now, so we could do the grass field today. Let me see, how's our fields look? So this one's going to be ready, and this one will be ready in the next episode, so perhaps we should do the grass now, too. Thinking we might want to. Let me think about it. I went in and decided to put a worker on it. We'll just get the worker going here, mowing the grass. We probably won't pick it up in this episode, but we'll at least get the worker mowing it for now while we finish doing the rest of this field, right? So let me put this away. We'll have to do a little bit of touch-up work down here. As you can see, the worker, for whatever reason, doesn't go all the way to the end there. So we'll touch that up, not a problem. Let's fold everything up here, put this away. All right, the harvest is put away, and we are on our way here, getting the field sprayed with herbicide. Worker probably will be done. I don't know if he's done now or if he has one more pass. I don't remember. Oh, they're done. So we'll probably put this on a worker briefly while we touch up everything down there here in a second. Once we get down here to the end, I just want to get this portion done because this portion's the section's a little awkward, and the worker typically has an issue with it. Now, it looks like I probably should switch off to a different tractor for this. It's a little slow going, but we'll make it work. We'll make it work. No more place to put pallets at chickens. Uh-oh, we gotta move those today then. Need to figure out something to do with the eggs as well. I haven't fully decided yet what we're going to do with those eggs. If we just sell them outright or if we use them for something else. The smart play would be use them for something else, right? It just depends on what I'm able to combine them with. It's going to have to take something else. We really aren't going to be doing more than likely cows on this series at this point. So anything that has to do with milk, we're not going to be able to do. So there's probably not a whole lot really we can do with those eggs, with the exception of sell them. But I will look and see if there's anything I can find. Now the worker is going to have a hard time with this because I'm not going around the headland pass here just yet. So they're not going to go all the way to the end. That's all right. We just want them to do most of it while we take over for this really quick and get this caught up. Because there is a section here missed. A lot of sections missed, I should say. As long as the worker gets most of it done, it'll still be good. And hopefully, the worker isn't stupid and goes into the other field. But since I'm not doing headland passes, I've got a feeling we might run into that issue again. We'll see if we can keep an eye on them this time. Because we just have this one little strip here that was missed to do. I was a little nervous, so I just stopped him before he got too far. So we'll take over for him after this. Let me get this little strip done here. Alright, field is all drilled. Harvested and drilled. Good. Let's, I'm just going to drop this kind of over by the VGA. I'll put it away here in a second. And we'll jump straight into the store there and continue our herbicide spraying of the field. Now what I'm going to do is kind of do a headland pass now at this point, right? And then I'll throw it back on a worker and let the worker continue on, and we'll take a look and see how the worker's doing on mowing the grass. I suspect they're close, if not done, by the time we're done doing this headland pass here. Now, the reason why I decided to not do the baling of the grass in this episode, which we probably should be doing it, but the reason I decided not to is mostly I talked about it already, that I'm a little bit behind on my episodes here. So this will help allow me to continue to get these out on a daily basis and still be good quality, right? So we'll hold off. And since we've kind of modified our rules ever so slightly, where we're allowed to do multiple episodes per month now, I'm not as concerned, because when June comes around, which is what the next episode will be on, there's no reason for us to do a May part 2 or day 2, because we've got pretty much everything done, with the exception of the grass. We can do 2 episodes in June and do, you know, whatever the harvesting is we need to do, and then the baling, and then the next episode could be some drilling, right? So your more standard, typical, recent episode, I guess is how I should say it. Uh-oh. I really need to come over there and destroy that thing. That thing is causing us so much mayhem. Alright. Nice. So let me get around the rest of the headland here with this, and we'll put it on a worker, and then we'll see how everything else is going in the grass field. Alright, got the worker going. This won't take the worker long. 1 pass, maybe 2, and they'll be done. We're still mowing grass. Actually, still a long ways to go. I thought that we were going to be done, but there's a long way to go still on mowing the grass. So let's take a look real quick, though, before we move on here. Quick save. I think the sheep are okay, but let's just make sure they're okay on water and everything else. Yeah, I mean, they can wait 1 more month. They're going to be a little load next month, but they'll be fine. So, let's go get rid of some of these eggs, right? We've got to move those eggs out of the way. Now, I can use the skid steer for it, but I probably can pick them up, more than likely, by hand. And I'm just going to stack them, so I think I'll just probably pick them up by hand at this point. When we move them more of a farther distance, obviously the skid steer is going to make a lot more sense. But if I'm just moving them out of the way and stacking them elsewhere so they can continue to produce eggs for us, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Now, I gotta kind of figure out where I want to put these at. I need an area to drive, so I think I'm gonna go to the right over here. I think that makes the most sense. If I can just slide them together like that. Don't have to be perfect, as long as it's close enough. I'm going to call that good, if that makes sense. Need to probably work on flattening this land out a little bit. There's a lot of hills here, a lot of awkwardly shaped hills here, but nonetheless, it'll work for now. Alright, there. Perfect. Alright, good. So that's done, that's fixed. How's the worker doing over here on the spraying? Yeah, the worker's pretty much done. They're missing a section down there for some reason. So let's just end that right now. Sorry about the camera there in the tree. Sometimes it's just better to do it ourselves, right? As is the case here. Yeah, so we're going to finish that up, gang. We'll have the worker finish doing the mowing over there, and we'll leave the episode there. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe button if you're new. It's free, helps me a ton. Let me know your thoughts, comments, questions, ideas down below. Happy to get back to you on those. Don't forget, a week from today, brand new series coming out. And until next time, I'll catch each and every single one of you in the next episode.